Alright, we're going to draw a house today, and we're going to draw a house that has a pitched roof. For this you're going to need your pencil, you're going to need a straight edge, and of course you're going to need your paper. On your paper, don't draw with it like this, hold it this way. You're going to want more room to be able to draw on, so hold it so it's horizontal. I'm going to be working on the whiteboard. What that means is you're going to be looking at my back for a lot of this drawing. I'm sorry, but it's the best we can do right now. Also, I'm sorry for the noise next door, but we're just going to do our best. Okay, so we're going to start. You're going to have a horizon point. You need your horizon line to be somewhere in the middle of your paper. You need some room up above the top. You need some room down below the bottom. And we're going to start like we draw with any box. We're going to start with the corner of the house that's closest to us. And we're going to draw a line that goes above the horizon and down below the horizon. The reason why we're doing that is because the house is taller than us, right? So the horizon point represents eye level. Eye level will be a little bit lower than the house is tall. Next step, we're going to have two vanishing points. So let's have one over here, let's have another one over here, and we're going to draw a line from the top to the first vanishing point, from the bottom to the first vanishing point. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so that's step one. Step two is we've got to figure out where the edges of the walls are. So, let's do that. Number one and number two. There we go. Now we have represented here a box. Part of the box is above the horizon, part of it's below the horizon. But when we're drawing a house, we need to do a box that actually looks kind of see-through. So I'm going to switch colors. If you want to use a lighter pencil, it might help you because we're going to have a lot of lines. It could be easy to lose track of what you're doing. I'm going to switch over to red, and here's the next step. You're going to start at this upper corner and draw a straight line all the way back to that vanishing point. So here we go. Now I'm going to do the same thing from the bottom corner over to that same vanishing point. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this opposite side. So I'm going to draw a line from this far vanishing point, or from this far corner over to this vanishing point. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here. Alright, now, see how this line and this line crosses with each other? This line and this line cross with each other? So now I'm just going to draw a vertical line. You should make sure I've got it right. Right there. So what that does for me is, I've got one panel of the house right there. I've got a back wall, front wall, back wall, front wall. So, let's imagine this is a cube, right? So this represents something like this, right? So what I've got here is that's this wall, that's this wall, and then on the other side that's this wall, and that is this wall. So with this box you can't see what's back here. With the drawing that we did, we drew it almost like it was transparent. And here's the reason why. We need to figure out how we're going to put the roof on there. In order to do that, we need to know where the halfway point is here and here. So, remember, we learned a way of dividing space in perspective is to draw an X, and then where the two lines intersect, we draw a vertical line, and that helps us find the halfway point. It's really easy to see where it is like this, but it gets a little trickier when we turn our rectangle that way. Alright, so follow along. I'm going to draw an X on this front panel. And I'm going to draw an X on the corresponding panel back here. So opposite walls, right? Get my blocks back out. Drew an X here. And then I have to draw an X on what would be this wall in the drawing. Okay, the next step is going to be, let's see, I'm going to use my black pen here. I'm going to draw a line. Goes through the middle of that X and straight up. Doesn't matter too much how tall that line is, but what you're going to do is you're going to decide how tall your house is going to be. And you should have it at least be taller than that point right there. I'm just going to put a little dot right there. And then what I'm going to do is, here's my fading point, or my vanishing point. I'm going to draw a line that goes to that vanishing point. And I'm going to do a vertical line that goes through the middle of this X and up to that line that I just created. So, right there. Now I'm ready to draw my roof. And I'm going to do that by going like this. And there you go. That's how you draw a house in perspective with a pitched roof. You can use the other things that we've learned about perspective to add in something like a door, some windows, things like that. I don't want your piece to just look like this. I want you to actually make your house look kind of nice and interesting. All right, see you later.